Hear me in the World Vibes Radio. Why they my use ya? Not take no talkie. Be careful of some places where you walk. Some no know God, them no read Bible. Then we shoot you down with them rifle. Do not bring no guns, come to town. It's World Vibes, tell them leave that at home. Them better bring love, come to town. It's I say spread the joy around. World Vibes Radio. I'm not taking this, you know. Let's go and teach your youth them. Play some good music, educate them.
Yo, check this out. This is Anthony Cruz, and you don't know it's the Diaspora Connection featuring Kabbalah for Jamaicans with Joshua. Keep it locked, man. Blaze it hot. Anthony Cruz said that.
Now this is Prophecy, the Judge General out of Jamaica. And whenever I'm on the highways, going through the byways, I always stay in tune to Diaspora Connection featuring Kabbalah for Jamaicans with Joshua. I swear and I honor that I'll find a way to enlighten my people so they can make it through their days. Cause I don't want to see nobody banks, body banks.
Tell me how would you? This is reggae music, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rockers. Would you like to have the world all to yourself and nobody else but you alone? Would you like it if you have all the gold and space, but alone in this place, not even a sound? Now tell me, how would you feel after using your gun and you kill, and you're the only one that's left on planet Earth? Do you think you could last a day? No music, no kids, and no play. Would you say it's a wonderful world, I'll stay? Or would you, I'd rather come together and stick like a stamp to a letter and make this world much better, trouble-free for you and me. Would you like to have the world all to yourself and nobody else but you alone? Would you like it if you have all the boats and planes, were without end but no friends? Now just imagine you wanna go out dancing, would like a little conversation, but there's no one. Hey, hey. You got all the money in the world, but guess what? There's no girl. Can't you see no man is an island? So I'd rather come together, hey, and stick like a stamp to a letter and make this world much better, trouble-free for you and me. Why don't we just come together and stick like a stamp to a letter and make this world much better, trouble-free for you and me. Just think, would you like to have the world all to yourself and nobody else but you alone? Would you like it if you have all the gold and space, but alone in this place, not even a sound? Now tell me, how would you feel after using your gun and you kill? Now you're the only one.
I Lego this one, yeah.
Lord have mercy. Whoa,
fire.
Oh, well. The bone of fire, when we got Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Hey. Me bone
and them plantation, and me never get paid. Or gold they stole away, how many life them slay. Now them works and slap them in them face. Why are you? You want your crew can go too well. Cause after we know under you colonial spell, and all those false doctrine that you compel. Hey, and all those books you stole away, all those kids you led astray. Wait on your judgment day. Bobby wrong, me bona fire pan a weekend. Babylon and them free talk coulda never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me, I leave them with a frown. Me bona fire pan a weekend. Babylon and them free talk coulda never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me, I leave them with a frown. See ya, get to youth me, I beg you be wise. Cause pirates and we strike by night. I want come trick you with them black and white. Whoa Lord, hey. But be careful what you sign. Cause some things get you victimized, and it will get you paranoid. So burn them out, fire burn a week. Babylon and them free talk coulda never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. We burn a fire upon a week. Babylon and them free talk coulda never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Boy, 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 boy. See, I know the work was for so long and them plantation.
Night everyone,
and me
Mr.
never
Joshua
get
and music
paid.
talking.
Or gold they stole away, how many life them slay. Now the works they slap them in them face. Boy, them and them crew can go too well. Cause after we know under them colonial spell, and all those false doctrine that they compel. Yeah, well, all those books they stole away, all those kids they led astray. Well, wait on your judgment day. Miss a necktie man, fire burn a week. Babylon and them free talk coulda never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. We burn a fire burn a week. Babylon and them free talk coulda never get me down.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Diaspora Connection featuring Kabbalah for Jamaicans. My name is Joshua, and I have to apologize to my Zoom users, Sean and Paul, and Raquel Marcia, you just joined. I was playing music from 8 o'clock, but I forgot to share the sound out. So those of you on Zoom didn't get to hear the wicked music selection we just dropped on them. But it's all right. Hush. This is, as much as we love music, you know, this is a tune. This is a program where, you know, we're there for the spiritual content. So, but again, I apologize, you know, Sean and Brother Peter. So good evening once again, everyone. My name is Joshua. We are here every Tuesday and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Jamaica, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. More time, we've been going a little over. So, but yeah. Kabbalah for Jamaicans is a program whereby I've been a student for the last 18 years of my life. And the wisdom and the knowledge that I learned over the years, I had to share with my people because it's liberating. And our people need to be liberated. First in their mind, as Bob Marley said, and then in their pocket. Because liberation in the mind will lead to liberation in the pocket, because you'll have learned concepts that will teach you how to draw long-lasting blessings. And you will learn the things that rob it from you. I sent out I sent out an inquiry to our listeners, a few of our listeners, to find out what it is that, if they had any particular questions or topics they wanted to discuss tonight. Because over the last 2 weeks, I've been talking about the upcoming cosmic window, known as, we know it as Christians as Passover, but the Israelites know it as Pesach. And it begins this Saturday night, April 12th, and goes for 7 days. The Creator, in Exodus chapter 14, says to Moses, first talking about the 1st of April being the first month of the year to them, and gave them the instruction about how to make the connection to the Passover, to the cosmic window. All of the holidays that the Creator revealed to Israel should be considered cosmic openings. And what do I mean by that? Unfortunately, Christianity does not teach about the importance of astrology and the energy that is received from the universe. Okay, they say astrology is of Satan. That is a lie. Okay, straight up misinformation. The Kabbalist pays close attention to astrology. Very close attention, because that is where our energy comes from. It comes from above. And the Creator made the planets to funnel that energy to us. So the more we get to understand about the importance of the planets and these openings that were revealed to Israel, remember, the Israelite is the true believer, not the person who born in a particular part of the world. The Israelite is the one.
Am I the only one who is not hearing anything at all?
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Raquel.
Okay.
I'm here talking for the longest time, man.
Yeah, and I said it before, but then I hear the music and then it stop and then I don't hear nothing at all.
Yeah. Well, I guess that means that those who are on the radio have been hearing it, unfortunately. But I have 3 different mics here that I have to navigate. One for YouTube, one for the radio, and one for you guys. So
right.
forgive
we
me.
guys wasn't hearing.
All right. Well, thank you for saying something. Paul didn't say anything and Sean didn't say anything. So thank you. So I guess that gives me an opportunity to, no, I don't have to start over. But yes, Raquel, you had asked about creating a vessel for Passover. And I was just telling our listeners that Kabbalistic astrology is extremely important. When the Creator revealed all of these holidays to Israel, they should be considered or looked at as cosmic openings in the universe where a particular energy is being manifested, okay, and made available for us to connect to. One of the extremely important openings lasts for 7 days, and we as Christians know it as Passover, but the Israelite knows it as Pesach. And when the Creator said to Moses, let's see. Was I correct? All right, let's see. Let's see, 15, Exodus 14, 15. Let's see. Okay. 14. Speak unto the children of Israel. Hmm. Why is it I can't find this? 12. Exodus chapter 12, verse 2. Or verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speaking of Aries, speaking of Nisan, when Nisan is the Hebrew term for the sign of Aries, right? So the first day of Nisan, which doesn't always coincide on the first day of April, but we as Christians, Easter is usually in April, and that's because Pesach is usually around that time. So we have to get used to understanding using the Hebrew terms of the months, and again, to recognize that these holidays are cosmic openings, opportunities for us to connect to extreme energy, okay, that can assist us. Because again, that's why the Creator revealed those openings to us, so that we can connect to the energy and get and receive assistance. Remember, the word Kabbalah means to receive. Jesus. The word Kabbalah means to receive. And the Kabbalists have taught us that really and truly, the only things that exist, there's only two things that exist: the light force of the Creator and a vessel. The light force of the Creator is the driving force, the animating force, and the vessel is that which receives the light force, the energy, and manifests it, whether it be for good or for evil. The Creator does not discriminate on people who create a vessel. That is why there's evil in the world. Because people receive the energy, they want to do wickedness, they have desire, strong desire to do wickedness, so they get the energy to do it. So, if we want a good life, if we want a fulfilled life, filled with abundance and love, and all the things that we desire, the good things that we desire in this life, then we have to create a vessel for it. If you want to have a lot of money and live a good life, you have to work hard or make good decisions early, whether you invest or if you're lucky enough to be born to a family that is wealthy, and therefore you come into it that way. Then but if not, then you have to work hard and you have to earn it, right? You have to earn it. So it is with spirituality. And those who are wise, or have become wise, recognize that you can use spirituality to build vessels of goodness that will produce goodness, abundance, health, love, all the things, all the good things that we want in life. So this cosmic opening that is approaching, called Pesach, begins Saturday night, April 12th. And the Kabbalah Learning Center is making available a Zoom link for you to connect to this and to observe it, to watch it for free. If you are willing to make this connection, to observe the Kabbalistic, it's called the Seder, right? The ceremony of order, which we as Christians know it as the Last Supper. When Jesus had the Last Supper, that was Passover. That was Pesach. That was the beginning of the 7-day period where the Creator says to us that we ought not to eat any leavened products. We we must eat unleavened bread for 7 days. We must clean our house. This is where the term spring cleaning comes from. We must clean our house and get rid of all the leaven, all the flour. It's called hametz. It metaphysically represents negativity within our soul, within our character, areas that we need to clean out. And the Creator, in his infinite genius, infinite wisdom, made it so simple. Imagine, flour and water, them call matzah poor man's food. It's a cracker. Okay, baked a particular way, in that, because I have been a part of the matzah making. And Raquel, I don't know what you're doing Friday morning.
Remember, I'm not gonna be around.
Oh, you're going away?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
gonna be in Atlanta. That's why I was telling you I couldn't stream. So yeah,
Ah, okay. So you won't be able to stream.
I won't be able to stream. Yeah.
Ah, that's right. We did talk about that. Okay. So, where was I? So this cosmic window known as Pesach, where we are, the Torah says we are commanded, but really and truly, the Creator doesn't command. Okay? He tells us, he suggests. All those quote unquote laws and commandments that we've received are suggestions. If we want to live, if we want to connect to quality of life, we obey and we follow the ordinances and the statutes that the Creator has revealed and ordained. Okay? And so Pesach, clean out our house, get rid of all the flour products. I started today going through my cupboard and taking out all the flour products, pasta, beans, peas, because really and truly, rice, well, all right, here's the science behind it, the metaphysical science behind it. The Kabbalists, those who take it to the highest levels, remove anything that if you add water to it, it swells, it expands. Why is this? Because expansion denotes ego. It reflects ego. Our ego, which we're not trying to get rid of, but we're trying to transform. And all throughout the year, we have that's all we're fighting against. Every day, the Kabbalist is trying to transform his ego. In taming it, if you want to say it that way, in taming it and using the ego to perform the works of the Creator. Because without ego, you can do nothing. Ego is your vessel. It's your character. It's who you identify yourself as. And our work is to work on our ego. Our selfishness, our desire for to receive for the self alone. Because Kabbalah also teaches that you cannot give what you do not have. So receiving is a must. You must receive. You must, and the stronger your desire to receive, is the more you will manifest. You'll draw. Desire draws the light force of the Creator, because all the light force wants to do is to fulfill desire. Any type of desire. Because when I say this, don't take it the wrong way, it doesn't matter to him in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter to him because he knows in the end how it's going to work out. It's up to us how much we want to suffer, through pain. So, those of us who have become wise have learned this and are doing the spiritual work to transform our ego, which is the desire to receive for the self alone. So that's why when you say that people are selfish, you can't blame them because that's how they were designed by the Creator himself. To be selfish, to desire. Now, the person who is becomes spiritual and learns the truth about life and how to have good life and how, not only for themselves but for everybody else, is to not to be so selfish, to be kind, to be giving, to be sharing. All right? So this period of 7 days starting Saturday night, April 12th, is a period where we can make the best dent in our struggle in taming our ego and transforming our ego. And the secret is that we do not eat any flour products other than matzah, because matzah is flour. It's just unleavened, meaning that the automatic, the inherent expanding attribute of the wheat is retarded and does not give an opportunity to grow or to expand. So I've been a part of matzah baking with the Kabbalah Center, and what they do, matter of fact, this is what I was going to say to you, that if you were around, I would say to you, try and make the matzah baking. So next year, okay?
Next year.
Make a point of it.
Year.
Next year.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I live with my grandson and my son, as you know.
Yeah.
And they have their bread and the pasta and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I can do the spring cleaning.
Yeah. Like you'd like.
You understand? So
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I would like if I was living on my own.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do eat the matzah for 7 days, no problem. I have no problem doing that.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not even gonna be here anyways. But I'm gonna be by my daughter, who doesn't.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
So it's a serious restriction. Serious restriction.
Well, there it is. So,
Yeah.
so you know what? Okay, so you're not in an environment where you can be clean, right, from those types of things, right? So you just make sure so you don't ingest those types of things. That's all. And yeah.
The answer come before the question even come out. So
Yeah,
there
man.
we go.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. But that's again, you see, as long as you know the law, and when I say law, it means the science, right? Once you understand the science, because that's all science is based on, is law. And physics, right? Once you understand the law, once you understand the science, because the Kabbalists must try and understand the science, the metaphysics behind it. So, because every time we partake of wheat during that 7 days, we commit suicide, spiritual suicide, in the sense that we miss an opportunity, okay, to really take hold of our ego. And the reason why Pesach is on the 15th day of Nisan is because it is the height. It's when the moon is in its fullness, and the moon represents our ego. It's as if the Creator waited for that energy to reach its height and to chop it off. Because we kill the goat or the ram that the Creator tells us to get, right? Because He says every person must get a lamb for them home, right? And feed it and take care of it for 4 days. Take it on the 10th, and on the 15th day, you're going to kill it. You're going to slaughter it, and then you're going to eat it. So you're going to take mastery over it. Yeah, that's what killing it and eating it means. And if you partake of any flour products during that time, it just makes your ego stronger. So for 7 days, huge restriction. And when I started doing this about 20 years ago, that's when I realized how dependent we were on flour. Everything on flour, just about. And the other thing is corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup. Be careful what you drink. Read your labels. Now, you can only do what you know, but the key is to be mindful of what you're ingesting. That's the key. During this time, be very, very careful and mindful of what you eat, because most of the times we're not. I mean, yeah, there are those of us who eat healthy and, don't ingest certain things. But you have to be so carefully now. All right. Raquel, you had asked about preparing a vessel for Pesach. This is all a part of that. The mindset that is beneficial to have is one that once you understand what is possible, because a big part of taking advantage of these openings is to know, to have the knowledge. To have the knowledge. Without the knowledge, you can't act upon it. You can't take advantage of it. So, knowledge is key. So, knowing that this period is a time of where you can, again, make a big dent in the struggle against our ego and transforming our ego from the desire to receive for the self alone to desire to receive for the sake of sharing. Because that is our goal, to transform our ego from desire to receive for the self alone, from a selfish nature, to desire to receive for the sake of sharing, to a sharing nature, more loving nature. Because in truth, that is what the world needs. And imagine if more people had that, what this place would really be like. So, further to creating a vessel is to, because, the 7 days, so historically, when I say historically, biblical history, the Passover was the night of the 10th plague, the 10th and final plague against Egypt. Egypt really representing our ego, right? The height of our ego. And the little ram that we killed was the god of the Egyptians. And that is why the ram is the symbol, the zodiac symbol for Aries. So, killing that ram is symbolic of us, Again, not killing our ego, but taming it, eating it. So the more that we go into this period, knowing what can be done, and we ask the Creator, we go into the holiday with that hope and that anticipation that we want certain things to change. We want certain things to, we're done with certain behavior. We're done with certain lifestyle. We want a change. It can happen. Because remember, again, what that night represented, the night of freedom. Freedom from Egypt, freedom from slavery, freedom from bondage. So, the more we go in to the holiday with that anticipation and that great desire, knowing what can be done, and again, we're willing to perform the ritual, because remember, every action or energy we want to draw from above, there must be an action below. Okay? There must be an action that we perform to draw that energy. As it's called, to awaken the energy from above. And so our mindset, having the right mindset is important. Let's see, what else?
The Seder dish.
Okay. Okay.
So
The Seder. Go ahead.
Seder. So I don't eat chicken, but the chicken neck's supposed to be in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's okay. The neck is just there, not necessarily for us to eat. It represents. It just represents.
What does the neck, right? What does each item in the plate represent?
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you. Okay. I recommend that you get Days of Power.
I have it.
Oh,
but
okay.
I have it.
Yeah, man. Okay, so page 137, you can take a look at that. That starts to talk about the Seder plate. And the Rav goes into, nobody does it better than the Rav, He talks about what each piece means. Matter of fact, I think I posted this. In the chat. Yosef Sefi Yeshurun did 2 lectures on the whole Haggadah, which is the 15 steps of the Seder, and goes through in some detail of each piece. After 17 years of doing this, I still don't know it that well.
We learn every day. It's a learning.
Yeah, man. Are you kidding me? So, but yeah, when there were times when, Leah and I did our own Pesach at home, and we would get the Seder plate, and we'd have to get all the ingredients, Yeah, so that was cool. But we're going to be at the center. Oh, and here's another thing. So that plate is considered, called by the Rav, technology, because each piece of, whether it be vegetable or like the chicken neck, it represents an aspect of our ego, an aspect of our ego that helps us to overcome it.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, the ritual, huh? It's the ritual. The things that we have to do to awaken, to connect to that power, to that energy. Again, I want to welcome Brother Sean and Brother Paul Lambert to the call. You guys have any questions? And Raquel, I know you got your matzah, right? You're going to be
Yes,
taking
sir.
matzah with you. Oh,
Yeah, and I grape juice, grape,
okay. Mm-hmm.
and they say I have to drink 4 glasses of wine. I don't really drink wine anymore,
Use a
but
grape juice.
grape, yeah, that's what I said I'm gonna use. Yeah,
Yeah, you can use a grape juice.
yeah.
So,
But I
sorry,
can't.
Doc.
Yes, Sean.
So for meat, is there like you can eat fish? What?
There's no
Beef
restriction. There's no restriction on the
and meat?
meats. No, no restriction on the
Okay,
meat.
okay.
It's really just the flour product.
Okay. I
The
say
bun,
the
the bun
right.
and cheese gonna be hard for you, Sean, in Jamaica because
Me I tell you,
Bun and
me I tell
cheese.
you, man. The
the
plate I go
cheese.
pass with whole heap of bun and cheese now
I
that we
tell
eat.
you, you can eat the cheese, but the bun is the problem. And
That's
I know
right.
in Jamaica this time of the year,
Imagine
everything
that.
is bun
Oh
and
man.
cheese and
Imagine.
fried fish with fried fish with
Can,
bread.
can you imagine? Can
The
you
bun and cheese
imagine?
the bun and cheese with fried fish. I got them about there.
Yes, yes.
But can you imagine the fight that when I say we're going to get, that the wisdom is going to get for people who love them Billy and them tradition to stop that?
I think ego.
Mhm.
To stop that? Can you imagine? I
Yeah,
mean, people would have said that's impossible.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, yeah,
Virtually
Because,
impossible.
yeah. Because trust me, 99.9%.
Yes.
I talk to a lot of people in Jamaica now. My
Yeah.
girlfriend, she ready for the fish and she have our bread and she have our bun and she have our this and my sister, and
Yeah,
that is
man.
that is it. That is
That's
the
the
custom.
culture. That's the
Yeah,
culture.
that is
But
it.
again,
That is it.
that's the Christian culture.
yes, it's feast. For
Yeah.
them, it's a feast.
Okay?
For Christianity, it would be a feast, so they don't matter what they eat. Gluttony time for them.
You know, and again, it's because they've thrown out the baby with the bathwater. They claim that because Yeshua came, that we don't have to live by law anymore. And that, again, is another lie, misinformation. Hey. But for those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Brother Paul, how you doing?
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, building a vessel. Oh, so the process really just begins that night. It's for 7 days. Then the next powerful day is the 7th day of Pesach, okay? And what makes that day so special is that it was the revelation, the revealing of the 72 names of God. The technology, again, that the Creator revealed to us to assist us in this world. And the 72 names of God is a table of 72 names, Hebrew letters, 72 combinations, 72 three-letter combinations. And each one is an angel, it's an energy force that can be used to manifest certain things in this world. For example, the 7th name is Mem He Shin. And that three-letter combination is used for healing. It is the same letters in the name of Moses, Moshe. Just the Shin and the He are turned around. Instead of Mem He Shin, it's Mem Shin He for Moshe. And again, I've said this before, this is why Moses, there are 5 books of Moses, and over close to 200 times in the 5 books, well, he's not mentioned in Genesis, but from Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, where it says, "And the word of the Lord said unto Moses." God said to Moses. Moses is the channel. Moses is the channel, is the metaphysical channel for transmitting the light force into this world. And that is why those letters are also used for healing, to draw healing energy, healing light to a person. That table, it was revealed that that table is made up of the letters of 3 verses in Scripture. Exodus verse 14, 19, 20, and 21. Where the Israelites were about to cross the Red Sea. The Hebrew letters from those 3 verses make up, in particular combinations, and the Zohar shows us how that table is formed. Those 3 verses formulate the 72 names of God. Exodus chapter 14, verse 19, 20, and 21. And so the 7th day of Pesach is when that was revealed, because they crossed the sea on the 7th day. That energy was manifested, revealed to the nation of Israel on the 7th day of Pesach. And then right after that begins the 40-day period known as the Omer. Now, the science behind the Omer is the energy that forced Israel out of Egypt was all done by the Creator. It was the final burst of light to force the Israelites into freedom, out from the clutches of Pharaoh and our ego, metaphysically, because of course the Israelites still had their ego, because they displayed it all throughout, and their evil inclination. 40 days until the giving of the Torah, which is known as Shavuot, which is 50 days from the beginning from Pesach. 50 days from the night of Pesach was the giving of the Torah. So their 49-day period of the Omer, which is a period whereby we, and it was revealed by the Kabbalist, are building a vessel, because the light that we received in Egypt was unearned. And anything that you don't earn, you cannot keep. So the burst of energy that the Creator put forth into Egypt was given to us. But now, the actual it's as if we received a deposit, and that the fullness would have come on Mount Sinai when the Torah was revealed. Because what was revealed on Mount Sinai? Immortality, which is what we all want. The death of death. Okay? No more pain, no more agony, no more death, no more ego or bad ego, no more bad mind. Okay? Just goodness. Everybody, goodness. Healing took place. Those who had lost limbs, those who were deaf, those who were couldn't see, they were blind, they all received back their sight, their ears, their limbs, everything at the giving of the Torah. It's documented in the Torah, in the Bible, in the Old Testament. Okay. So that 49-day period is known as the Omer, and there are certain prayers that we have to do every day if we want to connect to that energy and build the right vessel for Shavuot. So this is a marathon, my friends. Okay? A 50-day marathon. I'm sorry. Yeah. No. Yes, because the Omer begins the day after Pesach. So 50 days after Passover is Shavuot, when the Torah was given. So this is, again, without this knowledge, you couldn't make the connection. You couldn't take advantage of the opportunity that is before us. And again, what opportunity is before us? An opportunity for us to tame our ego, to transform our ego, to correct those things that we know need to be corrected within ourselves to move closer to the light. Want to make changes? Now is the time. You want to make new commitments? Now is the time. You want to get rid of old habits that you don't like about yourself? Now is the time. Go into the holiday with that on your mind. Do what is recommended of you. Eat this unleavened bread for 7 days. It's not just enough to stay away from flour products. You must eat the matzah. And when you eat the matzah, you eat it with a particular consciousness, a consciousness of healing. The Rav calls matzah the bread of healing. Eat as much matzah as you can. Just make sure you drink a lot of water as well, because I can't bind you. Okay. Eat your matzah. Is it okay to eat matzah after Passover? Yes. It just doesn't have the same effect. It's only within these 7 days. From April 12th to the 19th. After that, it loses its effect, its ability to tame our ego. And like I said, read your labels. Be very careful. The more careful you are, the more benefit you'll receive. Yeah. And I would like to welcome Ann to the call. Good evening, Ann. So, Brother Paul, anything from you?
Good evening, everyone.
And will you be making a connection on Saturday? Have you decided?
If I'm making a connection,
Yeah, Pesach.
oh, no, I haven't decided yet.
Saturday night. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, as I mentioned, it's an opportunity. And a very great opportunity. Raquel, anything else on vessel preparation that you have questions on?
No, that was basically it. It starts at what time
Sundown Saturday night.
That's right. Okay.
I
Sundown
had
Saturday.
posted the schedule on the flyer that I put in the group.
Okay.
And for those of you listening on World Vibes Radio, if you'd like to reach out, you can call me. Send me a text on WhatsApp. Country code +1 516 965 5700. Again, country code +1 516 965 5700. Remember, you can go to our website, www.kabbalahforjamaicans.com. That's KABBALAH for Kabbalah, the number 4, and Jamaicans, JAMAICANS.com. KabbalahforJamaicans.com. And there you will find our flyer for the Pesach Connection. I also have a flyer for the 3 weekly connections that we offer here at Kabbalah for Jamaicans. The Shabbat connection on Friday night and Saturday morning, where you hear the Torah reading on Saturday. We have 2 Zohar readings, dedicated 30-minute Zohar readings dedicated to Jamaica. That's on Sunday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Sunday and Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. in Jamaica, where you get to hear the Zohar, which is the principal text of Kabbalah, read in Aramaic and in English. You can also see the Zohar online, if you so choose. www.zohar.com. That's ZOHAR.com. Zohar.com. You can go there and you can see what the Zohar looks like. You can see the Aramaic. You can read about the history of the Zohar. And you can see if you would like to purchase book. If you would like to receive a mini Zohar for free, we have a mini pocket-sized version that is offered by the Kabbalah Center. If you would like to receive a Zohar, again, send me a text. Let me know where you are, wherever you are in the world, especially if you're in Jamaica. We have Zohars in Jamaica. We can get one to you. Again, my number is country code +1 516 965 5700. Yeah? Okay. Cool. But yeah. So tomorrow night we'll be having another program, and we'll talk some more about Pesach and, again, offering this connection to people. You know, even if a person, again, you know, Raquel, because of your situation where you're going to be with your children and, you know, they're not necessarily practicing this, you know, just be careful what you eat. And knowing that the more careful you are is the more benefit you'll receive. Again, this is an opportunity. An opportunity. It comes around once a year. And it is extremely, extremely powerful. All we have to do is show up. Show up for the night of the Seder. Be a part of the, observe what is going on. Listen to the consciousness. You may not, you're not going to have the meal, you know, type thing in front of you, but you can connect. Remember, one soul. We're all one soul. So even though you're not there physically, you can think of yourself as being there. Again, connect to the oneness of the souls that are participating. And you can do that. That's the power of Kabbalah. Because it teaches us the science of how things are. Truly are. Yeah. All right. So, Sean, any other questions from you?
No, man. I think I basically got the information I needed.
Make sure say you connect and mommy are listening, you know. If
Yeah.
mommy
Well,
is up.
she does off just before you come on.
No, not right. I'm saying the night of the Seder.
Yeah, man. I will.
Yeah, man, make sure observe and listen as much as she can.
Yes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man.
The temple, Shir Shalom Temple in downtown Kingston. I think it's 95 Duke Street.
Mm-hmm.
Has matzah. I don't know if you can. You know what, Sean? I'm gonna give you the number.
Josh, good evening.
Hey, Peter, how are you doing? I'm gonna give you the number.
I have a link.
1 second,
I have
Peter.
a link to Duke Street.
Hey?
I'm gonna ask her. I have a link to Duke Street, and I'm going to ask her.
Okay.
She's my Jewish sister that I know from long time.
All right, good.
And
yeah,
I'm going to ask her tomorrow. After my talk, I'm going to send her. I asked her already, so I was waiting on a response and stuff like that. So I'm going to ask her if they have matzah down there.
They do have it. They do have it.
I know, man. How much for it? $15 a pop.
$1,500.
Yeah, $15 a pop.
$1,500. J.
Yeah, but you know those things go like hot bread. They make a certain amount, and know, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
So if you don't let them know in advance until
right,
you
absolutely.
get them.
Ask And I think a couple years ago, I had asked them, and they did it. Yes, I remember they did it. They'll put it on Nutsford Express. So, Sean, um, we should check and find
Cause that's
out.
called Peter. Me will find out for you, Sean. You hear, Sean?
Thank you,
Yeah,
Peter.
Yeah,
man,
me go
Peter.
find out. I ask, Maggie if
Yeah,
she have Macedon. Can she have
Yes,
Macedon?
yeah,
Don't you? Okay. Yeah.
it would be good for mom too, especially if
yes,
you know you support.
yes,
So
yes.
yeah,
So tomorrow is Wednesday. If they're able to send it out tomorrow, you get it by Friday.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it take a certain amount of days for the signal go on, you
It
know?
shouldn't be no more than 2 days. By Friday, you should
Yeah,
get it,
2 days.
right?
Yeah.
And you'll have it for
Yeah, man.
Saturday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going by that.
So Peter, um,
Mm.
check your link tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And you
you know
do the
something?
same, whoever comes up for what?
You can, Sean, you can find the
Yeah,
number. Yeah, I'm gonna text you the number for the temple, and you call them tomorrow
yeah. All right, I'll
Senegal.
do that.
to the
Yeah, man.
eh? Yeah, to the temple, and you call them.
Yeah,
Um, Share Shalom Temple, and you call them and ask them if them can arrange for send it to Dutchford Express. Okay,
yeah, man.
it's
Make
important,
sure,
very
have
important.
something
And you see,
on the bonnet this year.
oh gosh, and I want you guys to understand something. You see the effort you put into making something like this happen is even more important than you actually partaking of it. It's like them say, the effort you put into going to temple or going to church is greater than the effort of being in church or the effect of the church itself. The effort. So by placing the call, by see if them, and the thing about it is, okay, we have to see these things as being life or death. And when I say have to, of course I'm speaking in an extreme. But isn't life an extreme? Isn't wanting to live the best way an extreme? And when I say extreme, isn't that what you want? So the more we look at it as life or death, is the more we're going to get out of it. Because here's a creator telling us what we should do if we want to have a good life. Then if we want a good life, then we do it.
It's the seeds that we sow in the actions that we do that we will reap the benefits. And if we sow a seed for self, it won't work. If we sow a seed for the world, most definitely it will.
Thank you, Peter.
So that thought process of knowing, as I said before, I saw it in the Hermetics. I saw it in the Tree of Life meditation by Ra Unnefer Amen. I see it in Metuneter Volume 1. I see it in the Kabbalah from an astrological standpoint, which is what is going on here, breaking down the months and stuff and the importance of the time and the seasons which we are in, and knowing that we are one and part, denying that is darkness.
Man.
Yes, denying that is darkness. And I've always said that our perception, and we can't blame ourselves. That we can't be on the blame game because this was systematically done to us to prevent us from reaching, to prevent us at 1% was systematic first place there. Yeah. However, it's for us to acknowledge and rise above. And as we said, if you're doing for self, you're going to lose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you're going to get rich, but you have some form of disease that you spend the whole of your riches that try to save your life and things like that. Or you're going to get rich, and then you end up broke. You understand? So because it wasn't a holistic thing. It wasn't a holistic thing, and like the teachings said, it's a temporary fix. Anything outside of that realm, the unification, the overstanding that we are 99% a multiplicity of entities, interrelated and interdependent upon each one, and one and part of the whole. No, 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 no. as the teaching said, I can't just give my son $20 million and he didn't earn it. Vanities of vanities and all these vanities. I have worked all the days of my life, yes, and I've gained all these riches and wealth to somebody who may squander it. This also is a vexation and vanity. So we have to rise above those things. Yes, we have to rise above that type of thinking and mentality when giving or receiving.
Yeah, man. Take time and find it out, man. One soul.
One soul.
One soul.
One soul. That's right, one soul. One soul. Yeah, man. So, everyone, thank you for your presence. It makes it all the more worthwhile. Again, tremendous opportunity coming up. Let's not miss it. Let's take advantage of it. All right.
Give thanks.
Right.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Can we all just say one soul?
One soul, man.
Together.
One soul.
One soul.
One soul.
This is the way. See you guys tomorrow night.
All
Give
right.
thanks, give
Bye,
thanks, give
everyone. Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Blessings.
Yes, and those of you on World Vibes. So this is Diaspora Connection. My name is Joshua. Again, I'm the founder of the Kabbalah Learning Center of Jamaica. My number is country code +1 516 965 5700. And you can go to our website www.kabbalahforjamaicans.com, or you can go to www.zohar.com to see the Zohar, which is the principal text of Kabbalah. See you tomorrow night, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. in Jamaica. Blessings to you all.
Just organize and centralize my people because Babylon now instill malicious and grudge upon my people now. You see the dirty lifestyle, the rest of man about it. There's nothing in them system of which they create all around. And they criticize their own hydrant, yeah, they would catch at a straw if they were to drown. They're not different from those scribes and Pharisees who come around. The lights in the corners, skylocks on the streets, flirts in the towns. They never do positive. They find a joy making people business their own. Dance a yard before you dance abroad. The high priest tell you that I knew they frown. God and go get good ways, true grace. Of the perch we pass a young gate. You have the good ways, it give you long days. Now take no bribe from not a screw face. Go get good ways, good grace. Perch we pass a young gate. You have some good ways, it give you long days. Oh, what do you say? I tell you now, they are wait your downfall. Figure lava and talk. Yo, what is that? Greater joy, you come, miss on you a figure. Have a kitchen won't fill off. Aye, when Babylon City, I got down propaganda where them spread becomes a dagger to them heart. Hey, think say them have a secret. The baby reveal it, so them a walk witchcraft out. So them better, so them a close in. Contempt the youth, them where they pass. Every man is equal. Rastafari say, try not on the ungodly part. Gotta go get a good ways. Long days, birds be pass a young gate. What about your good ways? It give you length of days. Yo, now you taste how you medicine they taste. Yeah, what? Hey, what's them now? I thought about them this, them that. Who slick from who flap? Hey, them some ass Joe Bush and anything else. When we come across the rubbish and trash. Oh, every day I not them practice. This same thing they never yet know when to stop. Full up a bad mind. Then I want make you want to see your brother drop. Go and have some good ways, true grace. First before you pass, I and get those and have some good ways. It give you long days. Oh, now them chase out them medicine that taste. Good ways, long days. Now them tough days. No take no bribe from no screw face. Just have some good ways. You give your land tough days. Oh, this I want a true fight. I tell you now, there's nothing in the system that they'll create around. Oh, they criticize their own hygiene, yet they would catch at us more if they were to drown. Don't you see they're not much different from the scribes on the Pharisees who come around?
Diaspora, we need some connection right now in this time. Cause basic commodity for the poor is getting harder to find. Gun trade run and get homes. A power struggle taking over. A man would rather to give you a bullet from his gun than to extend a thought to his brother. Yeah, man, stay connected, man. Kabbalah for Jamaican, man. We'll work it out, man. Brother Joshua, help us work it out. Yeah, man. Use this beautiful platform and help us work it out. Rastafari. Prophecy said that.